going on, vinyl community and Kiss Army? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing 5 more Kiss albums that I own the most copies of in my vinyl collection. I say more because some time ago I tackled this concept initially, and if you want to peel back and check out that video, please go ahead and do so. It's a firm favorite amongst viewers since a lot of the comments were demanding to see more multiples of what I have in my Kiss vinyl collection, and trust me, there were some notable ones I didn't get a chance to show in that first video. And as Gene Simmons says,
the bosses have always been the fans.
So I had to follow through with a part 2 at some point. Now, I've said it before, collecting Kiss vinyl is a massive rabbit hole that will drive fans nuts, whether it's collecting label variants, valuable foreign pressings, promo pieces, and such. One of the things I love about vinyl collecting is that there is no golden rule. You are obliged to seek what it is you like, and if you had seen that original video, you got a general sense of what I usually look for when it comes to collecting variants of Kiss albums. It's usually colored vinyl, German pressings with the censored logo, picture discs, the occasional unofficial pressing, half-speed masters, Kiss Online exclusives, box sets, all that crazy stuff. This video will continue to shine a light on that aspect of the collecting Kiss vinyl, and I'll be showcasing the differences between all these pressings that make them unique to own and also justify having multiples of them. We have a lot to get through, so enough of the chit-chat. Let's jump into what this video is all about. First up, with a total of 4 copies, is Rock and Roll Over. After going cinematic with producer Bob Ezrin on Destroyer and broadening their sound with some light and shade, which resulted in a major hit with Beth, Kiss got back with Eddie Kramer, the producer who knew how to capture their raw and lively energy within studio confines, and made an album that made the old school fans feel right at home with its meat and potatoes hard rock approach. I have the 2014 German pressing that comes with the censored Z logo, does include the original printed inner sleeve and sticker, and features the original Caspa label. I have the 2019 pressing that was made available via online Universal affiliated retailers. It's basically a repress of the US 2014 reissue, everything down to the metal parts and the jackets, the only difference being that it's pressed on translucent orange vinyl. I have an unofficial pressing, and this one's kind of peculiar because traditionally Paul is in the upper left corner of the jacket, and instead it's flipped where Ace is seen there. Instead of the printed inner sleeve or sticker, there's a poster that features a sort of remixed rendering of the original cover. The record is pressed on marbled purple vinyl and features the Filmworks label, which wouldn't be utilized until 1977, a year after the album's release. I also have the 45th anniversary picture disc pressing as well. The jacket is deluxe to the touch, presented on a stout and tip-on jacket, and includes the sticker, printed inner sleeve, and a 3D lenticular lithograph, which looks cool. I do have to say the saw blade graphic on the album cover makes it almost ideal to come presented efficiently on a picture disc LP. Next up, with a total of 4 copies, is Dress to Kill. Casablanca president Neil Bogart immediately pulled Kiss off the road to record their 3rd album in just over a year, and he felt that if he were in the co-producer's chair, he'd be able to help Kiss obtain the hit that they desperately needed at this dire point in their career. The end result is a very slick and clean album that has a subtle bite, but is home to arguably the group's biggest anthem, Rock and Roll All Night. I have the 50th anniversary Kiss Online exclusive pressing that features an embossed jacket and gold foil inlays. All these 50th anniversary pressings convert all the text from white or whatever original color they were to gold. It comes with a bonus fold-out poster of a live shot from early 1975. It is limited to 3,000 copies and comes pressed on what's described as ghostly gold and black vinyl with what I like to call the gold Bogart label. I also have the 2014 German pressing that features the censored Z logo and the original blue Bogart label. I also have an early 2020s unofficial pressing that comes with a bonus poster, which is just the front and back cover together. It comes pressed on red vinyl, which I think is a fun nod to the elusive, highly coveted 45th anniversary pressing, and uses the Filmworks label from the 80s era Japanese pressings. I also have the 50th anniversary Super Deluxe vinyl box set exclusive to Kiss Online. The album doesn't have the embossed lettering as per original pressings, and some of the credits don't appear on the back cover, but it does bear the 50th anniversary Super Deluxe edition moniker on the bottom, and it does have the gold Bogart labels. Next up, with a total of 4 copies, is Music from the Elder. Kiss were at a creative crossroads after having gone disco and pop in years prior, and instead of doing a hard rock album as they promised, they teamed up with producer Bob Ezrin and took a film idea that Gene had about a young boy who becomes the chosen hero to make their sole concept album. Its quasi-progressive approach makes it Kiss's most polarizing album, and it's one you either love or hate, and despite being a collector who needs multiples of things, it's one that I adore. I have the 2014 reissue, which replicates the original gatefold jacket, printed inner sleeve, and custom center label. It's worth mentioning that this was the first pressing that utilized the originally envisioned concept album track listing, which was brought back to life by original Kiss catalog consultant Robert V. Conti, and this running order has become the default way to experience the album across both physical media and streaming platforms. I also have the 2014 German pressing, which utilizes the censored Z logo. I have the 2022 picture disc, which came out a year after the album's actual 40th anniversary. The artwork is presented on a deluxe, sturdy, stout and tip-on jacket, comes with a printed inner sleeve, and a 3D lenticular lithograph, and the images utilized on the vinyl are of the custom center labels. Perhaps the fanciest pressing I own of this album is the 2022 German Half-Speed Master. It comes in a gold laminated embossed gatefold jacket with the censored Z logo, includes a separate printed inner sleeve of lyrics and inserts consisting of the German translations of the lyrics, and both the Japanese and Australian exclusive album artworks. This is limited to 7,000 copies and comes pressed on clear translucent vinyl. And just for the fun of it, I opted for the bundle that comes with a custom brown paper bag. Next up, with a total of 3 copies, is Hotter Than Hell. Kiss's sophomore effort is one of the group's darkest sounding albums, where some people at the time labeled the group as an American Black Sabbath. A lot of people criticize its production value, often describing it as tinny or muddy, but I feel it adds to the album's charm, and ball-busting tracks like Parasite, Going Blind, and Strange Ways complement the style well. I have the 50th anniversary Kiss Online exclusive pressing, where the cover is a complete rebuild by longtime Kiss designer Tom German, and the result is absolutely stunning between the finer detail of the band photo and raised embossing. This also comes with a bonus poster of the guys in Los Angeles circa early 1975. It's limited to 2,500 copies and comes pressed on gold nugget vinyl with the gold Bogart label. I also have the 2014 German pressing that features the censored Z logo and the original blue Bogart label. I also have an early 2020s unofficial pressing that comes with a bonus poster, as notated on the sticker pasted to the front cover, which is just the album cover with some embellished graphics. Now, it comes pressed on marbled blue vinyl, but the center label references the 1977 UK Pie pressing, which has a 77 era Filmworks label and the guys as they appear on the Love Gun cover, making it a very interesting hybrid. Last but not least, with a total of 3 copies, is Sonic Boom. This album doesn't deserve all the hate that it gets, and maybe I'm biased because this was the first Kiss album I lived to see come out as a new album. Sure, it may sound derivative of classic albums like Rock and Roll Over and Love Gun, but let's face it, if that's the Kiss people adore and come to expect from the group, then what harm is it for the band to emulate that aesthetic 30 years on? There's some great anthemic tunes on here, and it has a very special place in my heart. I have an official 2010 pressing, which is still the #1 grail of my record collection. Shout out to Xander at Kiss Army Things / Kiss Museum for making a dream a reality. I have the Catman Green version, which was limited to 1,000 copies, along with the 4 other colors it came available in. Between the inclusion of a gatefold jacket, printed inner sleeve, and a fold-out poster, it beckons the days where Kiss albums in the 1970s were value for your money when it came to including all kinds of extra goodies. Before I got my hands on an official copy, I settled on some unofficial pressings that I still held on to. This is the first one I secured back in 2019. If you want to talk about bare bones packaging, this is the textbook definition. It literally comes in a single pocket jacket, no extras, but comes pressed on red vinyl. I also secured another unofficial pressing in 2022. This one at least comes with a gatefold and printed inner sleeve formatted as an insert and is pressed on blue vinyl. So there you guys go. Those are 5 more Kiss albums that I own the most copies of in my vinyl collection. Even with 2 installments down in this little series, there are still more multiples of Kiss albums I have yet to showcase. So if you want to see a potential part 3 video sometime in the future, please shoot me a comment down below. I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the records spinning.